continuing on from the last video. So I had, in my previous video, spoke about why I don't patronize black-owned businesses because things don't seem to go according to plan. So after I uploaded that video, I'm cruising, right? Just cruising USA. And then all of a sudden, I felt the rear end of my trailer go like this. I said, what the? And I thought it was because the grooves of the road all of a sudden had changed. And then I looked at my tires and I noticed that little shreds were going from this tire right here. Like, I'm like, ah! So I pull over to the side of the road and I look and the tire is shredded beyond belief. And my fender is hanging off by a screw. I said, hot damn. Hot damn. Karma is a bitch. So I get out and I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, lucky me, because I've only been able to go on farm roads. Lucky me that I was just outside of a small town. I think it's called Hearn or Hearn. And I just passed the town. I don't even think I drove a mile. So I said, crap. So I turned around, made a U-turn, and I parked the trailer on the side in the grass. And then I barely got any tools with me, but I was able to get the fender off. So I threw it in the back of my van and I got out my electric scooter, right? I know I got two of them. And this is one of the reasons why I have my electric scooter and I carry it with me, just for this situation where if my van breaks down and I'm in the middle of nowhere, I can get help if my phone is out of service, whatever, right? I know it's an electric scooter, it doesn't have much range, but whatever. So I got on my scooter and I rode about a mile back into town. And I passed this one place that it looks like they fixed trailers for semis. And I asked him, I said, is there a tire place in town? And he said, yeah, go down to the light and make a right. He's right there. So I go. I had a burp. Woo! It is getting hot. Today's 83 degrees. Woo! So I go in there, and it's a Mexican place. Thank God. Thank God for the mighty Mexican. Yeah, I know we have this whole border thing, and I do want to build a border wall, but I do say that we do have some benefits of having illegal immigration, just some, and this is the benefit. Now, I don't know if this guy's illegal. He spoke English just fine, so I'm not saying he is. His buddy, on the other hand, I think he came here just the other day. Anyways, so I said, my trailer broke down, right? My trailer broke down, and I have a flat tire, and he says, where are you at? And I said, just about a mile up the road. He goes, do you know what size your tire is? And I said, no, I just didn't think to look. He said, okay. He jumps in his van, drives the mile while I wait, comes back. He has the rim with him, right? So he takes the tire off with the machine, and then he goes in the back and he looks around, and about 5 minutes later he comes back and he said, listen, he said, I have used tires that'll fit on for you to go. He said, but they're all messed up. He said they're old or they need patches. He said, I have 2 new tires that I could put on for you right now. He said, if I were you, my friend, he said, your tires are very old. He goes, that's a 15-year-old tire that you had on your trailer. And listen, I had got those tires about 3 or 4 months ago, and I never buy used tires unless it's an emergency. And I had them put on, and I just kind of forgot to go buy new tires for the trailer. So I definitely deserve this because I only buy new tires. So I said, okay. So he went to my van. It was only a mile, but he still went. And he changed it. So I said, how much would it be for the 2 new tires and for everything? He said 190. Cool. Because even if I had went to Walmart, the tires would have been like $65 a piece. And then, so I'm sure, he made a little bit of money by just going out there and changing my stuff. So I said, okay, cool. So paid him the 190. He changed my tire. I came back. He changed the other tire, and that was it. It was a smooth transaction. Smooth transaction. He didn't give me any bullshit. He didn't give me any crap. He didn't, he said, I'll sell you a used tire. But if you're going to Dallas, which is about 120 miles, he said, I got 2 new tires for you, and you don't got to worry about it. And I said, cool, because I don't got time to be breaking down. And to add on top of that, earlier today, when I woke up, I realized that my trailer was really low. And I look, and my tire's flat on my van. So I've had 2 fucked off tires within 5 hours. That's never happened to me. I very rarely ever get flat tires on the road, believe it or not. As much driving as I've done, I'm very fortunate. I just don't get a lot of them. So I have my little portable little tire thing. I don't know, it's somewhere in the back. If you live on the road, or even if you don't, you should always have, it's $30 on Amazon. It's just a little tire inflator. I use it for my electric scooter. So I inflate my tire, and I see what's going on with there's a nail in my tire. So at that time I was in Brenham. So I Googled tire shops, and I looked for the tire shop that would look like they would give me the least amount of bullshit in terms of fixing it. And it was a Mexican tire shop. Now this guy, he was Mexican, but he was American. So he just a Mexican lineage or Latino, whatever you want to call it. So I said, how much to take the nail out of this tire and plug it? He said $20. I said, cool. He did it in 5 minutes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I gave him 20, plus I gave him a $5 tip. Now, I've always told you guys, stop tipping these fucking fast food workers. And yeah, don't do that. However, I will say this. I always, unless it's Walmart, because they don't work like that, but if I go to a Mexican tire shop, I always tip $5 on top of anything. It's only $5. They'll buy a beer when they got off work, or maybe a couple of tacos, whatever. $5 ain't what it used to be. But I always tip just because I'm appreciative. I'm not appreciative when you serve me a cup of coffee. That's stupid. You don't get a tip for that. But for fixing my tire, for not telling me, oh, hey, the nail's too close to the edge of the tire, I can't do it. See, that's why I don't fuck with American businesses. When it comes to like automotive, like when it comes to any kind of work that I would need done, whether it's automotive, and then now I need work on my trailer. So now I need somebody, because I'm too lazy, right? See, that's the thing. I don't have any tools, and I'm just too lazy to do it, right? I got better things to do. For the amount of time that a guy would charge me to reattach my fender, and then, because now the trailer's messed up looking, so now I gotta have him just kind of shore things up a little bit. It should be fine. And also I need to buy a solar panel, and I accidentally didn't plug in my lights correctly because I'm stupid. So I need him to splice my wires. I don't want to do none of that. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it. I'd have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, get some drill bits, get some screws, put in the fender. Yeah, I could do that. That's pretty easy. I'd have to shore the aluminum siding and the trailer. I would have to go to wherever they sell them, get those little tiny connector things, get that little thing. I think I have it in the bag. Take the plastic off the wire, to put it together, put the little plastic sleeve on it, and then crimp it, and then take a lighter so it seals or whatever. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just pay somebody. Because while they're doing that, I could be doing other things like watching porn, or just editing, or researching a story. You see how that works? Being a YouTube baller, well, I'm about to not be a YouTube baller pretty soon, unfortunately. But one of the curses, and I'm not bragging, but one of the curses with with YouTube, when you make a living off of YouTube, literally, and you really got to think about this because I'm not used to the taxes and tax write-offs. So I'm learning, right? So it's better for me to just pay somebody to do something than to even attempt to do it myself. Because number one, I need tax write-offs. Number two, I don't got time to do that shit. And number three, everything that I touch turns to shit. So it's just easier for me to find somebody so they can go fucking do it, right? And then that way I can like research, or I can kind of get stuff together, or maybe I can, time is money, right? Time is money. And again, I'm not bragging, but that's just how it is. I know there's a lot of you guys out there like, oh man, I used to do that shit. Yeah, but you're not me and I'm not you, okay? I'm not a craftsman, okay? I suck. When it comes to holding tools, and like, I try not to do it because I'd rather pay somebody that knows what they're doing and make it look better than what I'm going to leave it. Like, I would rather somebody just do the fender, right? Because I don't feel like putting the fender on the ground, getting some self-tapping screws, screwing the little holes, or taking a drill, drilling the little holes and measuring them so I can make sure they all... No, I don't want to do that. I'm freaking... No. What do you want, butterfly? I'd rather just pay somebody to do it. Now, here's the problem. You got to pay somebody to do it. So who do you find? And that's what sucks about liking or loving to travel the way I do, is because then you got to stay in an area and make an appointment or try to find somebody who can do it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, guys, I got to go. I'm sweating my balls off, and I gotta get into the gym. I got to go shower. What is this, my third day on my diet? I would say it's going okay. I just haven't had time to really work out because I've been driving 55 miles an hour for the last 2-3 days. So, all right, I gotta hop into the shower. I'm gonna work out and take a shower. So, I don't know when I'm gonna weigh myself again. I was thinking about weighing myself on the 1st of every month until August, and then I do the final weigh-in. I think I'm just gonna weigh myself on May 15th. Who gives a crap? I gotta go.